Welcome to Sports Focus. I am your host, John McNeil. With me is Mr. Kevin Civils. How you doing, brother?
I am great.
All right. First off, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott came out and he said that he wants to be the best quarterback the Cowboys ever had.
And I want to find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and I want to find that ever elusive unicorn.
The unicorn.
Yeah, I want to find him and that leprechaun that lives in the tree in my backyard.
How do you feel about what Dak said there?
You know how I feel about Dak Prescott.
Really? How do you feel about him? Let him know. Let people know.
You know how I feel about Dak Prescott.
How do you feel about Dak Prescott? He just started,
I feel that they put this year, everything falls on him because last year, you blame all of last year on Dez Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
So now who you going to blame?
Well, I think it is a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott, but I tell you what, that's what I want. That's what I want because we're going to find out this season what Dak is really all about. We're going to see. We are going to see because you know what? I want my quarterback. This is his third year.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the boom-banging rookie season, struggled last season. This year, you got a whole new team. You don't have to worry about forcing it to Dez and
which
this
I
and
don't
that.
think he did.
Yeah. Watch the thing, and you'll see. They did a lot of that.
Okay.
You hear them on the sideline. Yeah, we gotta get Dez. We gotta get Dez. We gotta get Dez.
Because you gotta get Dez the ball.
Exactly.
Because your other two receivers weren't open and they don't catch the ball.
There you go. But I like what Dak said. I like the fact he came out. Now, you put it into context. He said the best quarterbacks, the best quarterback the Cowboys ever had. He's trying to say that. Whoa, he's trying to say that he wants to be better than Roger Staubach,
Troy Aikman,
mm-hmm. and those
Danny White.
And then that's pretty. And that's pretty much it. Don Meredith, Romo. I mean, those lofty. That is really like lofty. You're saying because Staubach to this day is still revered in Cowboy land. That he's still the man. Even Aikman said he got 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He still ain't top.
But see, he needs to be very careful because in an interview that Romo had with Troy Aikman, when they sat down and had a conversation, and Troy said, "Why do you think everybody give you a hard time?" And he said, "You." And he looked at him and laughed and said, "Why you mean me?" He said, "Because of what you did. Everyone behind you is expected to do the same thing, if not greater." And he's saying sometimes we don't have the stuff to do what you did. And he proved that all his years in Dallas, never having the stuff that he needed. And when he did, it was too late and he was injury prone.
Yeah.
So you've had everything that you needed. In the first year you were there, it was proven that you had everything that you needed, but they limited you on the short passes. Everybody found out you really can't throw deep. Without a whisperer in your ear that can help you read a defense, we find out that you will struggle.
You know what?
So now we're going to find out.
I hear all that.
Now we're going to find out what you're made of.
I hear all that. That whole with the Romo. What do you want? He's a rookie. It's nice to have someone in your ear.
That's fine, but in a year's time, all your teachings went bye-bye.
Well,
how do you forget in a summer?
Your offensive line sort of had a tough one. But to your point, when you watch the All or Nothing, you hear that same conversation with one of the wide receiver coach and Dak Prescott. He's telling him to, when it comes to working on the fades and stuff like that, he said, that's you, Dak, you and Dez. So you need to work on that. Did they work on that extra? It looks like they didn't. So once again, what is the relationship with Dak Prescott, or was the relationship between Dak Prescott and Dez Bryant? Because if y'all didn't work on nothing during practice or after practice.
But the biggest thing is, They're going to keep calling what they think that you are comfortable with. And what they thought that he was comfortable with was that short mid-game stuff. Mm-hmm. But those defenses figure that out, and they start taking that stuff away. So now you're trying to force it into a spot that you shouldn't have, because you should be able to open up the field. But you are not a gunslinger that can get everybody the ball and throw people open. That's what you need to learn, how to throw people open. You can't throw people open, and you keep throwing it directly at them. Some of them catch them, some of them don't. Jerry Rice have had days where he have dropped balls that was thrown directly at him. A lot of greats have.
Receivers have. Yeah, all receivers have.
Yeah, we ain't even going to talk about Michael Irvin.
Yep.
He dropped this ball for cocaine.
Wow. Wow, man. That's not cool. Like, whoa. Not the yayo.
But I wish him luck.
Yeah, I wish him luck too. Now, I don't know about being the best ever, but he should be up there because he got Ezekiel Elliott. He got that offensive line, which is young, and up-and-coming defense. So maybe they could cover some people. And the best offseason signing that I will say is Chris Richards from the Seattle Seahawks, who brought that Legion of Boom up. So we're going to see what can he do with these young men.
And last thing on that, he had all that for most of the season, and they still suck.
Well, once again, when you watch that All or Nothing, I think you can find out, and you'll see and understand what's going on in Dallas. And it ain't the players, by the way. It ain't the players.
Okay.
All right, let's have a little fun.
Okay.
Let's have a little fun with the all-time greats of the NBA. We had this conversation off camera. You revealed your top 5 all-time greats. Kareem was on that list.
Yes, he was.
Magic was on that list. Then you had the so-called GOAT himself. Michael Jordan was on that list. And you had these two behemoths, Wilt and Bill Russell. That's Havlicek, by the way.
Now, the reason why I had to put him, because they changed the rules of the game because of him and his dominance in the middle. How can you exclude a man who was a player coach for 1 or 2 of his rings?
Yeah.
You can't exclude them, and you can't exclude the NBA all-time leading scorer and the man who has the only shot that's never been blocked.
I think Walton blocked it once
as
he got older.
As he got older
in the 80s. But that I saw it. It looked luck to me.
Right.
It was in Boston, so it was the luck of the Irish. But I totally like the list, especially this band, Bill Russell. I had my list of Jordan. You got to take him. Magic. Dr. J. Often forgotten one. He actually held the NBA down in the late 70s before Magic and Bird came around. And the big Aristotle himself, Shaq, the most dominant force in the NBA.
You know what? I would differ, because I think Wilt in his prime,
he hold his own.
It would have been them two. That would have been a battle to see. All this muscle and mass against all that muscle and mass.
It's simple. It's evolution of.
It's evolution, but it would have been.
It would have been fun because it looked like to me Wilt was like the strongest human on the planet.
Yeah, but
when he was young.
But this is
something else. And my other player I'm gonna have King James.
I have him somewhere around about 12th.
12th. Now let's talk about both of this list. Both of them actually. Now, I just wanted to get it off LeBron because I like Shaq. I want to get into Shaq. I believe that we both had Jordan and Magic. I believe Magic, in my opinion, if I had like a number 1 pick, he would be it. 6'9", point guard, IQ off the charts, just a leader amongst men. He shown improved rookie season, played center.
Center, forward,
Game 6.
Ball forward.
Game
center,
6.
That's going to say all 5.
Yeah, you got a player that can really play all the
5.
positions.
He played all 5.
I would take him as my number 1. Jordan, What else can you say? If you need a basket, you need someone to take over a game, he can do that. That's something that, the other guy that I have on my team, LeBron, can't do, because that's the knock on LeBron. Reason why when they're doing this GOAT and who's the greatest, that's where I say LeBron falls way short, because Jordan was the ultimate competitor and the ultimate killer. Have we seen anyone like Jordan since, as far as that attitude?
Kobe?
I say
Kobe.
yeah, a little bit.
But here's the thing, and this is what kills me. A lot of people exclude Kobe because him and Jordan played the same position and his game mirrors Jordan's.
Yeah.
So they say, well, no. You can't do that. Why not? Why not?
And he did win 2 championships without this man.
Without that guy.
Yeah.
He has 5.
He got 5.
Would have had 6 if they wouldn't have had that little spat and him and Shaq was going against Detroit.
Won a hell of a lot more.
Right. If they wouldn't have had that little love spat going there. So, and they wouldn't ask Shaq to take a pay cut. Because Shaq ultimately said, you're not cutting my money, I'm leaving. Trade me. Get rid of me. You're not cutting my money.
Yeah.
So, to leave Kobe out of all that conversation is like...
Why do you think that is, though?
Well, leaving Kobe out?
Because Kobe was, without question, one of the all-time greats. Without question.
Like I said...
But why not put him saying the GOAT?
Right. Because they said his game was too mirrored off of Jordan's.
Yeah.
And every time I say it, that's crazy. I say, but he still had to play the game. Yep. Like when they say Bill Russell and his rings. He still had to play the game. Still had to play.
Yeah. Personally, I think my team would beat your team.
Oh, no, that's funny.
We'll get into that, but I just think with my combination of Magic, Jordan, Dr. J, and Shaq and LeBron, but I think my team will have a problem with Bill Russell. I have a big time problem with Bill Russell, so that'll be, and then who?
But see, the biggest thing is Wilt.
Because you got, if you have this team that you have, you got crazy sides. You got Kareem. You got Wilt. You got Russell.
But see, you had told me to name my top 5. But that wasn't my. You said pick by position. That wasn't my position team.
But you said, that's all time.
Right, but that's all time. But the biggest thing is those guys can get it done down in the block. I don't have to worry about you in second chance points. I don't.
I got Shaq, because Shaq say, "Excuse me, Mr. Russell and Mr."
But you also got to remember. You also got to remember. Jordan liked to dunk on big guys, so he'll have to take it to Shaq a couple of times.
Yeah.
Couple of times.
I don't know how
but Jordan would take it to Wilt too.
Yeah. I don't know how that would go, because if we was to play that thing, this ain't today's NBA. Yeah. This is back then. So I can't imagine Wilt. I mean, you got Wilt Chamberlain. He looking at Jordan like, you ain't flying over here. No. Bill Russell gonna be saying the same thing. Bill, you gonna do that? Because I'm gonna do it too. And Shaq is just gonna be like, hey, you ain't getting no points, Doc.
The X factor on your team though is this guy. That guy is the X factor.
Dr. J.
He's the X factor.
Yeah.
He definitely is the X factor.
That would be the X factor, because he could. You talk about flying. Yeah. Dr. J could fly.
Yes, he could.
I know they want to say Jordan, but he could fly.
Yeah. He was the jet plane before Michael Jordan became the Concorde.
That's right. Folks, we hope you enjoyed this. We'll do other debates within other sports another time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Civils. And thank you for joining us. Peace.
Wakanda forever.
Just Wakanda.